So the speculation on Avengers Doomsday, aka Avengers 5, it's at an all-time high, which is great for Marvel fans. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. Could subscribe channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, how freaking excited are you for this movie? Also for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Also for the alleged secret movie coming out July 2027. And also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And check us out on Twitter, WarstuJ. And also check us out on TikTok, Warstu. Right, let's get into it. So, there's been massive speculation based on made-up rumors about an altercation between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. And if this so-called fake story turns out to be true, turns out it was John Walker and the Red Guardian characters going at it on behind the scenes. Yet again, I think that's made up. So Ryan Reynolds has finally addressed questions. Ryan Reynolds addresses the post that he put on Instagram. The thing I posted on social media, that is actually a variant of the flag that we used in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was my favorite. And then, you know, there's always talks. We're figuring out what's next in the world and blah, blah, blah via Collider. Now, what is interesting is, did anyone watch Deadpool and Wolverine? Like, really watch it? Because, yes, it was nostalgia bait, filler bait, but the void has been one of the most important parts throughout Loki Season 1 and Loki Season 2, right? And then Channing Tatum gets into it about, is Deadpool gonna return in Avengers Doomsday? And he said this, I think he's busy enough. He's got like 15,000 jobs. It's very interesting how Marvel's PR is telling Marvel actors to respond to certain questions, right? And then Channing Tatum thanked Ryan Reynolds for giving the opportunities. My buddy Ryan, I'll be forever grateful. If his kids ever needed a kidney, I'll give it to him. He's taking care of his people. I'll always be there for him, right? So we know they're friends in real life. Although the internet wants you to believe that no one likes Ryan Reynolds behind the scenes, it's quite evident that he is quite well liked, regardless of what's going on in that court case. So what is more interesting is Ryan Reynolds himself directly answers a question about the movie, right? He hasn't stepped foot on the set. Now, what is interesting is he owns a football club in Wrexham. So he's in the UK a lot. You can get inside and outside of Pinewood Studios, which is in Slough, without being seen. How do we know this? Because they've been filming it since April, give or take. Not one single on-set footage or clip has leaked that isn't outside sets being made. Interesting. Deadpool and Wolverine, we didn't really get much for that either. Movies like Supergirl, we got Lobo and some kind of tank scene. Spider-Man Brand New Day, they're filming outside. So what is interesting, although we have all these alleged leaks, rumors from so-called fake-ass scoopers, you know, it's more like fan fiction from them, but it is what it is. Unless we actually see evidence of people on set, it's like, was he really on set? Now, we don't know that, but what is interesting is, we know that Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool himself, is actually in this movie. He is so important in this movie, right? Because he's going to be Loki's team of exiles, the multiversal Avengers. His mission is to simply get to Steve Rogers before Doom gets his hands on him. Because if Doom succeeds, there'll be nothing left to save. Now let's just spin with this story being true, right? He's going to have a team, and it could allegedly be Wolverine, Blade, Toby, X-23. It could be the whole band again, you know? Gambit. It could be the whole band that we had in Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's interesting how Marvel is getting their actors to approach interviews, because after the whole Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire 4K images leaking from the actual set inside Sound Studios. Now, Marvel is doing stuff very differently. So based on talking to someone I know that's on set, Marvel actually puts out fake information. So I know I give the scoopers a hard time, but Marvel's actively, since Marvel tried to subpoena the Marvel Studios subreddit after the Ant-Man 3 actual real script was posted on there, Marvel's actively putting out fake stories, not just for the sake of putting out fake stories, to see what the internet thinks. Recently, Tom Holland said he's been scouring the internet to see what Spider-Man fans really want in Spider-Man 4. So, imagine it. Tom Holland is in bed. He's watching Warstu's YouTube channel. Zendaya is scrolling through his phone. Who's this Joker? I never think it's a good idea for Marvel creatives and people that work on Marvel movies to actively admit they're listening to fans, because fans don't really have good ideas, if you ask me. They really don't. So Marvel have been putting fake stuff out since Ant-Man 3. So there's a lot of fake stories going out about this movie. But one thing for sure is Deadpool is going to be so pinnacle to this movie. Now, I'm not saying he's got a major role in it, and Ryan Reynolds might not actually be lying. He may not have filmed anything yet, because although this movie doesn't come out till next Christmas, 2027, he might not be shooting his stuff till next year. But he is 100% going to be in this movie. And there's already reports out there that Hugh Jackman has been seen on set. It's all these stories as has been on set. I do find it interesting, because I've been reporting this stuff since Thor Ragnarok, right? I've been reporting this stuff for years, and there's always a so-called was on set. And the longer we get into the Marvel universe, the Marvel community online, the new so-called scoopers appear out of nowhere. You know, like the new people were like James Mack, like Unbox PhD, because although he does take pictures and stuff, they're still kind of somewhat scoopers. The longer we get into this game, and the more random scoopers appear, and we're never really going to know who is true and what is said. Is it real? But we know this movie will be the biggest Marvel movie ever. Channing Tatum's been yapping a lot recently. Avengers Doomsday will be a huge movie. When I say a huge movie, it's like an understatement. I don't have a word big enough. I'm not good enough with words to explain how big it will be. It's going to blow people's minds. Now, I went over a alleged plot leak for the full movie yesterday. It was like over 40 minutes long. Now, if only 20% of that plot leak, right, whether it's real or not, is true, that is absolutely insane. Doom's portrayal, Doom's power, the impact Deadpool's going to have on the movie. And I know I do read the comments. It's absolutely insane, because Marvel's not doing very well at the moment. I mean, the Fantastic Four did bad for a Marvel movie. I mean, $510 million. Sure, that's bad for a Marvel movie. But if that was a DC movie, that would be very good. Superman, $610 million. Similar budget. Yet for some reason, that Superman movie is seen as a clinical success at cinema, a box office success. And there's only $100 million in between? Really? It's because Marvel has a much higher success rate. So the precedence and the expectation for Marvel movies is so much higher. So sure, if Doomsday does anything less than $1 billion, well, in fact, if it does anything less than like 1.3 billion, in fact, 1.5, if it doesn't beat Deadpool and Wolverine numbers, it probably will be seen as a box office failure. But Marvel's heart level is so high that every single movie they release has to do insane numbers. But I can confirm Deadpool's 100% in this movie. It's interesting how media keeps spinning stuff, and getting actors to actually talk about stuff is even more interesting. We know where this movie's going. It will end in Battle World. It will end with God Emperor Doom. It will end with a bunch of characters dying. We know this. It's just a case of how do we get there. But talking about Deadpool, it's cool because Deadpool is such a cool character. And we've still got to find out the crime scene. What is going on with Thor and Deadpool? What is really going on? The fact that Deadpool was walking around the TVA like it was his house, like he owned it. Deadpool is clearly going to be in this movie. It's because of non-disclosures and they don't want to ruin stuff. I'm sure at some point they will come out and say it. But it is interesting, causes a little bit of controversy. We know Loki's going to have his own team. Most likely will be Deadpool, Wolverine, Gambit, X-23. Some people that work for the TVA, maybe Sylvie, Blade. maybe a few others to save someone. Whether the rumor is true about Steve Rogers, we don't know. But Loki's going to need a team around him. I'm here for it. It's going to be a good time. And we still have a year and a half of making videos on this movie. So I know some of you lads and ladettes are getting sick and tired of them, but I'm going to keep talking about Doomsday, Secret Wars, Doctor Strange 3 will hopefully get confirmed soon. Spider-Man Brand New Day, at least on the Marvel side. So like always, guys, that's it. I'm just here to confirm that Deadpool is 100% in this movie, and he's one of the most important characters in the movie, for sure. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. But like always, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, @StuJ. And I will catch you in another, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.